Question 10. A 90% confidence interval for the mean mu of a population is computed from a random sample and is found to be 90 plus or minus 30. Which of the following would be could be, not would be, could be a 95% confidence interval based on the same data? So with the same data, the sample size is going to be the same. Standard deviation is going to be the same. The only thing that's going to be different is your confidence level. So even your sample mean is going to be the same. So that X bar there is still going to be 90. So that's going to stay the same. We just got to figure out, hey, what's going to happen to the margin of error? So remember, our confidence interval is our statistic plus or minus your margin of error, which is made up of your critical value. And remember, in this case, for means, it's T star multiplied by your standard error, which in this case is going to be the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Now that's not going to change, okay? So the only thing that's going to change is your critical value. So if I look at my critical value, for 95%, for 90%, because I don't know the sample size, I don't know what that is. But what I do know is that the critical value increases. So T star increases as the confidence level increases. Okay? So if T star goes up, critical value goes up, which means that this is going to be larger. Therefore, the whole margin of error is going to be larger. So I know that 30 is going to increase. So it can't be 21. Certainly can't be the same as 30. Now we have two options, okay? Now let's be realistic here. 39 and 70 are both higher than 30. So those technically are both margin of errors that kind of fit the description. But let's look at table B for a second. Just going to focus on these two confidence levels. They're not a whole lot different in terms of your T stars. Now remember, you're on the same line because your degree of freedom is going to be the same. So it's not like we're doubling or tripling our T star. We're increasing it by a fraction, a few decimal points. So 39 is going to be a more realistic number than 70 or even 50 probably. So I would say the plus or minus 39 in this case. So let's go ahead and circle that. This one's just going to be too large, okay? This one's too large. That would be an unrealistic margin of error.